Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. A lot of people have high hopes for silver over the next year. Not only mainstream media and credible news sources, but Saxo Bank, Bank of America, Citibank, Goldman Sachs, Silver Institute, all calling for $50+ silver in the year 2021. So let's find out why. Now, what's really intriguing to me is that these banks are talking about silver being in the spotlight. Usually, banks favor gold. It's a monetary metal. It's more of a safe haven. It represents money more, especially in a bank's eyes. Silver, not so much. So they must see something in silver, especially looking at a $50 plus price. That's a strong prediction. They must know something, or they must see some type of reason for this. So silver's bull market, just the beginning, said Bloomberg Intelligence, which sees silver as the primary metal benefiting from electrification and quantitative easing next year. The precious metal will follow in gold's footsteps towards its own record high. See, we saw gold break, around $2,000 when silver was only half of its record high. The precious metal will follow, and that's interesting to notice because gold is usually the mascot, right? Gold brings people into the precious metals world. Then they hear about this cheaper, more affordable alternative. So when silver follows suit, a couple months after gold's move, then they're saying that silver is going to then surpass gold, usually at a higher rate since silver is more volatile. Silver may be the primary metal at the forefront of favorable trends in electrification and quantitative easing, also standing for QE. And the technicals pointing to nascent the bull market in our view. McGlone wrote on Monday, uniquely precious metals, increasingly industrial probabilities lean toward the metal known as leveraged gold, following its yellow peer to new highs. New record highs for the silver market would breach the $50 an ounce level. A move like that would double silver's current trading levels at the time of writing, which still silver's around $25.77. Bloomberg Intelligence compares silver's price potential to that of 2008, which saw the start of a rally that took the metal to nearly $50. I mean, we've seen the same pattern time and time again, right? Silver $50 around 1980, silver $50 in 2011, all starting from a recession/depression, billion-dollar stimulus back in 2008. We have the same type of thing happening, recession/depression, trillion-dollar stimulus, and now things are more extreme. So $50 back then could equal or equate to $100 nowadays, and it wouldn't be that surprising. If you want to talk about crazy silver prices, we're definitely living in a crazy time. We have a global pandemic forcing us to throw out money that we don't have. And that's going to, in return, hurt the dollar. And we know that the dollar's value, or the weaker the dollar gets, the higher gold and silver prices get. So this year's breach of the $20 resistance level was very significant for the metal and will help silver move higher next year. There's a good chance that the 2020 low at about $12 will be as enduring as about the $8.50 level from 2008, which hasn't traded since, McGlone pointed out. The 2008 launch pad peaked in 2011 with silver matching the 1980 high at about $50. Underpinnings are firmer this time, as evidence of the 5-year moving average recently is turning upward. A risk-off event like the first quarter should find good silver support around $20. This year's price action was especially volatile amid all the pandemic disruptions, with silver first falling below $12 and then surging to a 7-year high of nearly $30. Our take is bull markets are supposed to get overextended, and this one may be just the beginning. The market has turned upward following an extended period of subdued prices and may just need some back infill before resuming the rally. McGlone wrote, the technicals point to responsive buyers as more likely to prevail on dips than sellers on rallies. Buy the dips, sell the tops. There's going to be a lot of volatility, a lot of roller coaster prices, but we know that $25.77 silver is extremely undervalued. They know it. Banks know it. So let's take advantage of that. You definitely don't want to be one of the people that doubt or that sit on the sidelines or debate. And as you're debating, as you're as you're becoming more indecisive and doubting, then you're missing precious time, pun intended, to buy cheap silver. And then when you finally jump the gun, it's too late and you're paying $30, $40 for an ounce. That's what most people are going to do, especially people coming over from stocks. And they're just going to have to pay the consequence, or pay the price. So 2 weeks ago, I wondered aloud on this forum if silver would ever get to $26 an ounce if gold reaches $1,900. Well, gold did breach $1,911, but that lasted about 2 hours in all, in an epic fail of a rally many expected from the U.S. pandemic relief deal. So this article is interesting because it's talking about the poorer cousin that might do better than gold. And a lot of people are talking about this. A lot of people have high hopes for silver. And when I talk about precious metals and I say silver, I'm talking about specifically silver, right? My name is Silver Slayer, not Gold Slayer, but I've been talking about this for years on this channel, right? Years. I've always liked silver. I've always seen more potential in silver, and the reason why is coming down to the wire. What we've all been talking about for all these years, that, you know, that time when things finally happen, it's happening. So let's keep going on. So gold clearly failed to get its moonshot from the near $900 billion approved in the second iteration of the U.S. Congress's aid for the pandemic, largely because of the dollar's rebound in the aftermath of the British pound's crash on the new virus strain detected in the UK. The benchmark February gold futures contract on New York's COMEX is languishing for a second week, now boxed in a $15 trading range under $1,875. And by the way, while this is still on my mind, if we think that this virus is going to slow down or start to dwindle in the beginning of next year, I think that's highly unlikely. Think about how we just had Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the people shopping in the malls and shopping centers for the holidays, and that are going to be getting together on Christmas, and then we have New Year's. Think about it. We have a glimpse of what it's going to be like from Canada. Canada has Thanksgiving in October. After Canada had Thanksgiving, Canada's approved cases or people that tested positive skyrocketed at a rate that nobody's ever seen. And that was because of Thanksgiving. So imagine Thanksgiving for the United States, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. 2 other holidays, plus Canada's an extremely small country compared to the United States. Things are going to get crazy. And I don't see how a vaccine, any type of vaccine right now, is going to even put a dent into the amount of positive cases. So the benchmark February is talking about, what do they say? $15 trading range under $1,875. So the question, of course, is what happens to silver at this point? Will it get hamstrung as well, or will it progress on its own? And that's what I've been talking about for a while. When is silver going to take a life on of its own? I think it's going to happen after stimulus, after precious metals, both gold and silver, get affected from the dollar, with the dollar index. But then, once the silver scarcity, once the demand for 5G electric vehicles, solar panels, and the shortage that's happening with the the rapidly increasing demand, that's when silver is going to take on a life of its own. When real world needs come into play, where gold lacks, where silver's industrial properties benefits and is needed in the everyday world, where gold, not so much. Gold is used more for jewelry, necklaces, earrings, rings, right? So silver has an upper hand on gold, and especially if we do start to recover later in the year, or we start to get back to normal, then silver's even going to benefit then. It's a win-win. When the economy's in bad shape, silver benefits. If the economy's in good shape, silver benefits. Gold only benefits when things are bad as a safe haven. So the popular thesis for silver is that while it's a shiny metal that's important for industry, its upward momentum, at least in the near term, is based on the relative outperformance of gold. It's called gold's poorer cousin for the reason that it often sinks more and rises less than gold. Yet, price action and technical charts since the start of the week indicate that silver might perform relatively better to gold this time. So it's definitely it's definitely speculative. It's definitely a theory, but like I said, and like a lot of these banks and other people are saying, it just makes more sense for silver to have more potential. The gold to silver ratio is still sitting around 71 to 1. That's extremely high. I mean, to nowadays standards, that's pretty low. I mean, we saw it at 125 to 1 in March. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, it's low. But still, if you're looking at it from an overall grand scheme of things perspective, that's extremely high. I mean, it comes out of the ground roughly 8 to 1. Some will say a little higher, 16 to 1, whatever. It doesn't matter. The whole point is that silver's value compared to gold should be around 8 to 1. I think personally lower, but I'm just going to give it the benefit of the doubt. It should be around 16 to 1, but it's 71 to 1. So gold is extremely overvalued while silver is undervalued. Silver is cheap, gold is expensive. So why would we invest into something that's more expensive? Yes, gold has its benefits. I'm not just hating on gold. Gold is still a great investment to diversify in. You can fit $100,000 of gold in a shoebox. You can't do that with silver. If you're looking at storage space, gold might be a nice alternative to constrict your storage space and allow yourself, because especially when we're investing into something of high value, storage space, or the minimal storage space, could be key, and definitely could be something that is a must need. Think about, a safety deposit box. Think about safes. Think about wherever you're trying to hide your silver. If you have a lot of it, it's harder to hide and you can't be as discreet. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up. If you want to check out these two links to this article, they will be in the description. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. I post daily videos. I do a lot of giveaways as we approach new milestones. I'm going to do bigger and bigger giveaways. If you want to become a member, the Slayer Elite, click the join button next to the subscribe button. We do members only giveaways. We have a members only chat room. You'll get a custom badge next to your name. I'll shout you out, the whole shebang. So thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.